Jesus gives us the most incredible life hack in Matthew chapter 6, where he breaks down 4 simple points how we can not worry or have anxiety or fear about whatever it is in our life that we have those things about. In 4 simple points in Matthew chapter 6. And then he ends this with the most epic one-liner that we need to take into our day every single day. And so share this with a bunch of people. Let's spread this out because this is something the world needs. But Matthew chapter 6, he starts off by saying, "Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothing?" So the first thing he does is he says, yo, guys, get outside of these things you're worried about. How many of us, we get so hyper-focused on the thing that we're so stressed about, and then all of a sudden we get a little space from it, and we're like, why did I freak out about that? That's what Jesus is saying. Look at your life. I provide for you. And then he goes on to say, look at the birds of the air and the lilies of the field. If I take care of them, I'm going to take care of you as well. And so first of all, why are you worrying about that? Second of all, do you not know that I take care of you? So that's the first thing. The second thing he says is this: and which of you by being anxious can add a single hour to his span of life? So he gets logical with us. He's like, listen, you guys are all so fearful and anxious and worried about all of these things. And it's not like those things don't matter. But does that anxiety help you? Does it add anything to your life? No. Anxiety is for anxiety's sake, especially when we trust Jesus, because he's the one who's ultimately in charge of our lives. He's administrating our lives, and he's going to administrate your life whether you let him or not. And so you might as well let him. That's what he's arguing here. And then he goes on to say, look at the lilies, look at the birds. If God clothes them and if he feeds them, he's going to take care of you. Therefore, do not be anxious, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the Gentiles seek after these things, and he knows your Father needs them. And this is the killer line before the epic one-liner. He says this: but seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all of these things I'll give to you. I will add all of these things you're worried about to you if you seek the kingdom of God. Now, we need to stop and break down what the kingdom of God is. I know this is a longer video. Hang with me. The kingdom of God is the thing Jesus talked about more than anything else in the world. It is the rule and reign of Christ. It's how we have peace in our lives. And Jesus is bringing up the kingdom of God into this passage on anxiety because the kingdom of God is the opposite of anxiety. The devil rules the realm of fear. Jesus rules the realm of peace. And so, first of all, if you're struggling with anxiety, there is an entire course with the world's leading Christian experts in my bio. Please go check this out and have that kingdom of God flood into your life. But Satan wants to get you to think these fearful what-if thoughts. Jesus comes in and he says, listen, when my peace, when the rule and reign of my ownership of your life invades your life, guess what? All of that fear leaves. It all bows to the kingdom of God. And then he goes on to say the one epic one-liner where he says, therefore, do not be anxious about your life, or for tomorrow will be anxious for itself, sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Guess what? You do not own the future. Jesus does. Do you know what you own? Do you know what you're responsible for? Right now. Stay in the moment. Be present. Trust Jesus. Watch the anxiety flee. He owns the future. It's not yours to own. Let it go. Give it to him.